Hi there students. Today I will be teaching you how to create your own sound mods. Now the first step is heading over to your games folder in your NWO directory. And I apologize for the lag. My OBS isn't as good. I think probably something to do with my settings. Then from here, try to locate a file that says sounds.pack. Right here. When you locate that file, simply copy it and paste it somewhere else. I would suggest creating a folder like what I'm about to do now. There we go. Once it's done pasting, then you'll have to extract the sounds.pack file. Give it a sec. There we go. And you simply left click it. And you just press extract here option. And also in order to do that process, you'll need to have 7-zip installed. If you don't got 7-zip installed, I'll have the link to the official website so you can download it in the description below. In this folder, you'll see like a bunch of familiar names here. Now you got Mac Sounds, Sounds for the Atlas, Awesome, Charger, Cicada, etc. And then you got the Warhorn Sounds. You come here, you got the 2 weapon sounds for the Inner Sphere and for clans. And then you got the dialogue, like when you have the computer voice speaking and everything. This is what it is. This one just got added recently during one of those NWO updates. Just for today's tutorial, we'll just do the weapons. We'll be modifying the weapon sounds. And don't worry, this process of doing this will apply to all these folders, including the Warhorn sounds. Now, you simply take the FDP, copy that, then paste it somewhere else. I'll suggest creating another folder, naming it whatever you want. Then paste it here. Then once you paste your FDP, to simply open it, they'll automatically start creating all these little files here. And from here, you'll get like these 4 tabs: Bank tab, Music tab, which I never really touched that a lot, Sound Def, and Events. But the tab you'll be touching a lot is Sound Def, so this is where you're going to be modifying your sounds. Now, from here, you basically set the directories to the folder, the audio source directory. With this one, you gotta help it find itself by giving it the actual directory to where file I placed it at, like so. Yep, custom folder. where I put my FTP file at. Maybe that build directory. Like when you done modifying like your sounds and stuff for a large laser, cannon fire, which is basically an AC20, you'll have to like go here and press build. It will build your mod somewhere. I would suggest making a folder called output. Like so. And keep in mind, you can name it whatever you want. It doesn't have to be named output, but it's totally up to you. Like so. Then once you're done setting the paths for these two lines here, simply exit out of it. Then you head over to the bank tab, then you'll notice all these red text here. And the reason why they're all red is because there's no sounds in this folder. Oh, not that folder. Like there's no sounds in here. In order to make all the text turn white, you'll have to get the sounds itself. This is how you do that. I'll say come over here to file, then save project, and then exit out of it. Now you need to open your FSB extractor so you can actually extract the sounds. Like this. Once you open your FSB extractor, try to locate the weapon sounds or whatever folder you grab your bank from. For me, I grabbed it from test folder, the one I made. You come down here to the same folder where you grab the FDP from. Then you'll see this. This houses all the sounds. Well, almost all of them. AC10, cannon fire, stuff so on. And then you'll grab all these. I say click one, and then hold down the shift and click the one all the way at the bottom. They'll automatically select all of them. Do you right click, extract to a folder. Then you'll find where you have installed where you put your FDP bank at. For me, I put mine at my custom weapon sounds. Like so. Now all of them should be in there now. All the sounds. Then you'll open this up. You head over to bank. You notice the text is still red. The reason for that is you'll have to actually create the folders for those actual sounds itself and then put them in now. But let me give you an example. Let's do AC10. We'll find that. Please say this is the one. Yep. And then you will simply create the folder corresponding to that. Make sure the name matches this right here. I accidentally put the fire at the end of that name. Then you just drag and drop it in there. And just like that, it reads it. And then you'll have to do this you don't have to do this for all the sounds here. You have to like create the folders. drag and drop them into that. Some of these have 2 folders in them, like this one. You gotta go in here and create one more folder. Name it now. I'll do this one as an example. And then it reads that. Now you just gotta just do this for all these sounds. You set up the folders for them, and once you set up the folders for them, then all the text should turn white like these. So I'll have the video playing in fast motion, but this will take a while. Alright, so when you're done, you still have folders like these: AMS, cannons, flamer, gauss, lasers, machine gun, Mac, missiles, and a bunch more. The banks are like this. You may notice a couple red text here, like here. That's because the FSB bank file didn't have that sound, which means this sound is basically unused, so the game doesn't use this sound. But the bank still haven't registered, so you'll have to like delete this from the bank itself. And to delete this, you'll have to just right click, go to the sounds directory. Then from here you can either click on it and press the delete key, or you could do it this way. Right click, then press delete that way. Then you'll have this menu pop up. Just press delete unsort object. It'll be fine. Then we have gotten rid of that. Then we'll do the same thing to these two. Except I'll just be using the delete key since I have a keyboard. And then you got this right here. I made a folder for it, which you can see here, but it has extra folders where it's like hidden away under these 2 dots. And you'll have to just replace it with the one you made, which for me is Mac Sounds, and then to it. I have to just right click it and go to Rotary 2, Sound Dev. And from here you basically just drag and drop it in. And then it should be just like that. And then you come here and just delete that one. Just like that. this whole bank is pretty much good to go. And then you come over here to sound deaths. Then you notice all these folders here. They house like certain sounds. Like so. I would suggest listening to all these sounds, getting familiar with them. That way you know what does what. But if you don't want to listen to them, you can come over here to the event tab. And these are like really, these reference the sounds what is used. Like laser fire is when you fire the laser in first person. Laser fire TP is when you fire the laser in third person. And the sounds, both the sounds activates. Like for this tutorial, we'll just be modifying the laser sounds. So here, we'll change the large laser to one of the custom sounds that I have in store. And if you want to add custom sounds, I suggest making a custom sounds folder. Like you could drag and drop it from your desktop, but I still suggest making a sounds folder. Like so. Then drop them in. And then from there, these MP3s will have to be converted over to a .wav. In order to do that, you can exit that. You'll have to open Mu0 MP3 converter. And over here, pick the WAV option. You drop them in there, and they should extract. This should start extracting in the same folder. Like how you see here. But this should take a couple of seconds. And they're done. So from here, simply delete the MP3s. Make sure you delete the white ones. Then once you got your WAVs, you can pretty much close this out. And then reopen your bank. For me, I want to try to customize the large laser sound. So what I do is simply select both of them. You can do it by clicking on one and holding the control and click the next one. Or you can just delete them one at a time. Like this. As you do so, simply take the sound when you want it to be a certain weapon sound you like, and just drag and drop it in. Like just like that, and then you just do that for like pretty much all the folders here. But like again, I suggest listening to all these sounds. That way you know what is what. Or you can use this for good reference, because it tells you what sound it uses for that weapon. So now we'll go ahead and proceed on modifying the rest of these sounds. Yep. Then you may got these two. These are like power, like when the laser end games get done to its own cooldown, when it's basically recharge. So it's up to you. You can pretty much delete these or just keep them in. Yeah, I'll just delete them, but that's what I would do. That way it won't be overlaying the normal sounds what I have here. You can see it uses that as well. The laser is powering up, it uses the laser power folder. It's this one. And then I'll just make the ER lasers have the same sounds as these. Once you are done, you can just pretty much head over here to the event tab. Then you can listen to your sounds. And note, sometimes these won't play. Like what you're seeing here. I'm pressing play, nothing is playing. And that's just a bug. It will play in game. For some reason it won't play here. Why it happens, I have no idea. We got the third person sounds. It makes sure the first person and third person is linked to the same folder. Like here. Small laser, medium laser, medium laser. Let me check these two. And all good. And if you want to maybe change the pitch rate or the volume of your sounds, you come over here, then you got this little tab here. The closer it is to 0, the louder it will be. Further away from the 0, the more quieter it will be. Pretty explanatory. And if you want the sound to have a high pitch or a low pitch, which what I do with my MechWarrior 4 weapon sounds mod, but it's basically using the same PPC sounds, but I just give it a higher pitch to make it appear like it's a different sound, even though it's just the same sound, it's just a lower pitch and a higher pitch. The lower the volumes, the deeper the pitch is. The higher the volume, the higher the pitch is. Pretty explanatory there as well. The rest of these do some stuff. I don't really know what they do, but I know they probably do some pretty awesome stuff. I haven't explored deep into them yet because I'm still kind of learning and how to use these knobs and stuff and so on. And then if you want to replace some of these folders, like such as tag, is using the same sounds as small laser. You can see here. If you want this to use like custom folder, such as you want this to have like custom sounds, you'll head over here to the sound dev, right click, and then press add sound dev. Then you can name the folder whatever you want. For me, I'll name it tag laser. And then pretty much just drag and drop the sounds in. Right. Like so. And then we need to have it set to that directory, so you click it, the box will turn blue, and then you right click it, then you press the replay sounds option, and you find locate it to that dev folder, and there you go. Using custom sounds now. Then we do the same for the third person. And no, third persons won't play here for some reason. Only like the fire options will play. Third person sounds won't play. You'll have to just listen to them in game, see how they sound. But third person sounds will always be higher than actual first person sounds, which you see here. And then once you're done modifying sounds you want to modify. It was for me, for this tutorial, we are only just modifying the laser sounds. Once you're done here, simply head over to the bank, right click that, and then you press build. Then you don't check no boxes, just push the build button, and then it'll build the 3 files you'll require to the directory where you had it set to. This directory, build directory. Then once you're done, you can press save, or you don't have to save it, but just in case you want to come back and modify something else in the weapon sounds file, I'll suggest saving it, though you can always come back and modify anytime you want. And then it'll build the files you require to make the sound mod. You have mine built directly set to the outputs folder. You should see these 3 files. You should have a FEV file, FSB file, and a folder named FSB catch. I might not be pronouncing that one right. And then from there, you simply just make another folder on desktop, name it sounds. Then in that folder, you make another folder. You will be naming it weapons. Once you make a weapons folder, simply place these 3 in there. Once your 3 files have been successfully moved over, check the folder names again. Make sure it matches the same name from the folder we extracted from, the file we extracted from. This has an uppercase S, so make sure this has the same uppercase S. There we go. And then once you're done making the folders for everything, simply close out of it. Let's make sure the weapons folder has the same name as the weapons folder in here. Sword. Yes, it does. So now time to turn this into a pack file. So in order to do that, you right click it, wait for the option, there it is. You press into compress zipped folder, and also note you'll need WinRAR to do this. So if you don't have WinRAR installed, the link to the official website will be in the description below as well. Then you should get this. So you add a .ir there. Then you right click it again. Some more information. Go to 7-zip. And then click the add to sounds.ir.zip.zip. Then we'll start zipping up the compressed folder. And then from there, you double click it, go into it, and then you just basically name it. name it Z dash whatever name you want to give it. So for this tutorial, we'll be naming it test.pack. And then just like that, you got yourself your pack file. But if you want to give it a long name, such as MechWarrior 5 name or whatever, make sure you have a dash or underscore each spaces. So like sounds.pack or you don't have the dashes in each space, it won't work. Oh, there we go. And then once you have your pack file, you simply just put in your games folder like so. And just like that, you've made yourself a weapons mod. Now the process of this applies to all types of mods you want to make. Like if you want to make a Bitch and Betty mod, you simply come here and you do the exact same steps what I just showed you for the weapon sounds. You have all these files here. These are like dialogue sounds for like when the match first starts. There's be a clan sounds in it. Yeah, the names are pretty explanatory of what they do. And you got the FE. FE is basically menu sounds. Like UI sounds view, like in MacLab, you select stuff, unselect stuff. There's like sounds for all that is in here. When you extract the sounds from the FE bank 00.fsb, the sounds will sound weird. There's a way to fix it. You'll need autopsy to fix the sounds, but I just delete them all and just replace them all with custom sounds of my pick. I haven't explored these two yet, Drops Up and Environment. Soon they probably have something to do in game, like stuff with trees falling over and such. The same rules can be applied to Warhorns as well. The exact same process. And then packing them is the exact same. Just compress the folder to a zip, naming it .ir, and then you hit with the 7-zip, and then you add it to sounds.ir.zip.zip. Now, just wanted to go into all that way. If y'all wanted to make a Warhorns mod, it's the exact same process. Only just there'll be less audio files to extract. Now we'll go ahead and test this out, see if this works. This may take a while because of my slow computer. So I'll have the video playing in fast motion until we get into the testing grounds. Alright, we'll be testing this out on this map. This shouldn't take long. There we go. Alright, see if these work. Yep, it works. That's how you make your custom sound mod. And just like I said before, the process of this applies to any type of sound mod you want to make, such as warhorn sounds, cockpit sounds, menu sounds, pretty much all of them.
Target acquired.
That will conclude this tutorial. There'll be more tutorial videos coming out real soon, so be sure to like and subscribe for more tutorial videos and for more awesome mods.